just let me know when we're rolling. Oh, that's loud. Are we live? Okay, awesome. Good morning, everybody. This Memorial Day weekend. Hey, hey. Seeing some old faces here. Is anybody here for the first time? Wow, welcome, y'all. Is anybody here for a college class? Whoa. Hey. Oh my gosh, Fahad. Whoa. This is like a reunion. This is amazing. Welcome. Between your mustache and your glasses, I was like, who is that mysterious man? Wow, welcome back, everybody. Or welcome for the first time. I guess I should introduce myself for those of y'all who haven't already met me. I'm Claire. I'm the program's director here at Dawn Mountain. And I'm one of the senior students who take turns kind of leading these Sunday morning sitting sessions. Next Sunday? No, 2 Sundays from now. The first Sunday in June, optimally, Ann and Harvey will be here to do a first Sunday teaching at 10:30. So if you're new and you kind of want a little bit more, well, first of all, you can find a whole bunch of first Sunday teachings online on our YouTube channel. But you can also just come on in live on the first Sunday of June at 10:30 and get to meet Ann and Harvey and, you know, get some teachings. So the way we do this meditation practice, it's actually something given to us by our teacher, Adzam Rinpoche, whose image is on the front part of the throne over here. And it's really designed for folks who have either no experience with meditation, lots of experience with meditation, like basically any kind of experience level for everybody to get something out of it. So what we're going to do is to kind of sit silently, drop our attention down to the lower belly, the dantian, or the, I guess the navel chakra. Tibetans call it the do. So we'll kind of center our attention here and let our attention rest in the physical sensations of breathing. And I'll give a little bit of a guided meditation on how to do that. And then we'll alternate with sounding the syllable hong, which is just kind of this syllable. It's not a word, there's no translation, but it's a syllable associated with awakened mind. So the idea is you're sounding it, and you kind of use the sound itself as your object of meditation. So you're switching between 2 different types of objects of meditation. And there's tons of types. If you're curious, we can talk about it afterwards. So that's the basic setup for our meditation. And then we'll take a break and we'll come back and do a different type of meditation, do our closing, all that. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to, you know, chat during the break or afterwards. So I'll say a little something, but I think I'll say it after we do our meditation. So let's just start by reciting these 4 aspiration verses on your yellow sheet. Or if y'all don't have yellow sheets, there's some more available at the back. Good man, Charlie, thank you. Charlie's going to hook us up with some. So while he's grabbing them, I just want to say a word about these 4 aspiration verses because they're kind of related to the thing that I want to talk about later after we do our meditation. So these 4 boundless states of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity are very, very old in the Buddhist tradition, and they're probably even like pre-Buddhist. And they're boundless in the sense that you're cultivating the ability to really share these states with, like, not just the people that you already love, but with everybody. And even to offer them to ourselves, but not just when we're like on our best game, but like all the time. So they're boundless in terms of like who you're offering them to. And they're also boundless in terms of offering these to ourselves without, you know, kind of withholding self-love when we don't feel like we've got it all together. So that's that, and now I think everybody has them. Thank you, Charlie. So let's just recite them, and then we'll start. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. Good. So we start with some aspiration or some motivation that what we're doing here isn't just, I'm going to sit down and take some time out and it's kind of like a self-centered thing. We're working on ourselves in order to be able to share with everyone. So just invite the attention in. If you'd like to let your eyes close, that's fine. If you want to leave them a little bit open and just gazing lightly down in front of you, that's fine too. So just bring your attention into the body. I like to start by bringing my attention to the base of the body and feeling the contact between my whole seat area and the cushion. Or if you're in a chair, you can feel the contact with the chair and also your feet on the floor. So we're feeling that contact and we can just make a decision. I'm just going to let myself be supported. Somehow when I feel like I'm going to let the cushion support me, I'm just able to kind of relax into it, allow myself to be held by the cushion. So you can just invite yourself to be held by the cushion, to let go of this sense of like, I have to do this myself. Relax and let the universe support you. So we're held. You can imagine that the base of the body is heavy, stable. And then from that stable base, our spine rises up. And I like to imagine a string pulling the spine up toward the ceiling, which kind of brings your chin in a little bit, brings your neck up long. So your spine is nice and straight, and then you relax. You let the natural alignment of the spine just support your body with as little tension as possible. And again, if you like, with the in-breath, you can just imagine that you're inviting in energy, oxygen, however you want to think of it. You're inviting in that which is going to support your meditation. And with the out-breath, you can imagine that you're letting go of distractions, anxiety, even just the old, stale byproduct of our body's metabolism. You just imagine whatever you like, you're releasing it. So with the in-breath, you're kind of getting refreshed. With the out-breath, you're kind of able to relax. If you're very familiar with this practice, you might just want to tune out everything I'm saying and just let your mind naturally drop into your abdomen. But otherwise, you can just feel that process of breathing, energizing and relaxing. And just invite your mind into the body. And if you're new to this, if you'd like, you can invite your mind down into the center of the abdomen by imagining that your mind kind of rides an in-breath. So you feel the breath coming into your nostrils, you feel the breath going into your lungs, and you can just imagine that the energy of that in-breath flows down into the center of the abdomen. And your mind just follows the energy of the in-breath, so that in some way your mind is now really paying attention to what's happening in the center of the abdomen. You're feeling the center of the abdomen from the inside out, the expansion, the contraction. Again, if you're new, I find it kind of helpful to really just focus in the beginning maybe on the in-breath and trying to find the very first moment of the in-breath, the last moment of the in-breath, just trying to have really clear focus on that. And then when it doesn't hold your attention anymore, you can switch to just focusing on the out-breath. So if that's helpful, you can do that. If it's not helpful or if it's not necessary, you can just let the mind rest at the center of the abdomen. So you're sitting, you're offering your mind the opportunity just to rest in the center of the abdomen. You're offering your body the opportunity to be still, to relax. And you may find that thoughts just naturally spring up in your mind, which indicates that your brain is functioning. So every time a thought arises, if you'd like, you can just label it gently, oh, thinking. And as long as you recognize the thought as a thought and not as reality, there's no problem. So you just notice thinking. What does it feel like in the center of your abdomen when you're thinking? What does it feel like when the thought dissolves? So no matter what happens in your experience, you're not fighting against it. You're just noticing very clearly what it's like. If you find that your mind is wandering a lot, you can come back to that sense of really resting on the cushion or the chair that's supporting you, feeling into the heaviness of the base of your body. If you find that your mind is getting sleepy or dull, then you can bring your attention maybe a little more to the in-breath, to that sense of being refreshed, having your mind clear, awake. So in that way, you just try to notice what's going on with your mind, and you try to work with your mind in the most skillful way that you can. Now we'll turn our attention to sound, to just taking in the sound in the room and also feeling the sound in our own bodies as we produce it. As your attention drops back down into the center of the abdomen, what's it like to shift your focus from sound to touch? Again, we'll sound Hong. Shift our attention to meditating on sound. Oh. before we take our break, I just wanted to share some reflections with y'all and just an idea for maybe how to take mindfulness with you into daily life in this upcoming week. So I've been reading Brene Brown's book, The Gift of Imperfection. And every time I read it, like something comes up for me. I'm like, oh, this is so Buddhist. So I've been reading this chapter on gratitude. And so that's kind of why I wanted to sing these aspiration verses, because gratitude is not really one of these four boundless states of love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. But I've been trying to do some gratitude mindfulness practice, just trying to be aware every time there's a situation that I am grateful for, to like recognize that and take it in. And I think it's really connected to joy. I mean, I think it's connected to all of the four boundless states, but it just feeds joy in such a direct way. That's also a connection that Brene Brown makes, but I think my own practice kind of bears out that there's something to that. So I just wanted to share a suggestion for a different type of mindfulness practice that you can do in daily life. So the actual word that often gets translated as mindfulness, the word in Sanskrit, one of them is smrti, which is drempa in Tibetan. And the word means, to be aware of something, but another meaning that it has is to not forget your object of meditation. So in this practice, we've had, the sensations of breathing as an object of meditation. We've had sound itself as an object of meditation. Another thing that you can do is to kind of have some theme like gratitude as your object of meditation, so to speak, in daily life. And, you get up, and if you can kind of just reflect before you get out of bed, I'm going to look for things to be grateful for today. Then you kind of notice as you go through the day, like, wow, this actually is wonderful. Just driving down the highways in Houston, which can be a source of major stress. Sometimes I think about the highways in Nepal or the not highways in Nepal, and I think, wow, I'm really grateful that I can, at least sometimes go 60 or 70 miles an hour on these highways, and there aren't like yaks in the road, and I'm not as likely to die on them. So, there's like sort of all these things just as part of our daily life that it's easy to overlook or to take for granted. And there's always more that we could try and get. But if we start to recognize how much we already have to be thankful for, it can really help, for me anyway, help to bring a sense of like relaxation and a sense of like, I don't have to be running after the next thing. I could be spending more of my energy focused on, what's already good in my life. So that's just one way that you can kind of take mindfulness, a slightly different meaning of the idea of mindfulness, to take it into daily life and just see what happens. Because if this produces good results, it's easy to keep following up on it, or easier. And if it doesn't, it's easy to let it go. So that's my reflection for the day on the fifth boundless state of gratitude. So now it's time for us to take our break. And you will find tea and snacks in the back there. And you can talk to me, or Janet might be a little bit busy, but Mary Scott is also over there, James over there, if you have any questions. So thank you. Take like 10 minutes.
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
yena me do Thaga me yele te mi ta to bole te Ki zhe den ye ye de de kar zon lo ma Andi pung en so pa Nang ki lo te men do Ni ne ki war so hi te de kar zon lo ma Lien zhe lo me yen pe me gi do par po yin La ye ge
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
Kun jo ren che na so do we ni ne be na to je shen je zero re sa yen na me do Thaga me yele te mi ta to bole te Ki zhe den ye ye de de kar zon lo ma Andi pung en so pa Nang ki lo te men do Ni ne ki war so hi te de kar zon lo ma Lien zhe lo me yen pe me gi do par po yin La ye ge
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion.
Welcome back, everybody. So in the second part of the practice, what we'll do is just kind of sit for a couple minutes, let ourselves kind of settle back into a meditative state, And then we'll sound the syllable ah 3 times. So I'll just kind of describe super briefly now what we'll do with those 3 times, and then refer to it, as we do them. So the first time that we sound ah, you kind of imagine like a white light spreading out from the center of your chest through your entire body. Your entire body is just dissolving into light. The second time that we sound ah, we imagine sending beams of light from our heart center to everybody else in the room, and also receiving light from everyone else in the room who's sending it to us. And then the third time, we imagine just sending out, almost like as a group, we just send out all this light through Houston and Texas and all of North America and the entire planet and the solar system and the galaxy and universe, and basically as far as you want to go with it. And then we'll do some announcements and stuff like that. So let's just start by settling back into the posture, the cushion, reconnecting with the breath, feeling that support from the cushion, and just, inviting all of our weight to be held, inviting our body to relax and be supported. And then we feel our spine rising up nice and long and straight from that stable base. Nice straight spine, and then we relax. Let the natural curves of the spine support us. You can either feel into the breath, imagining that supportive, refreshing energy coming in, imagining releasing what's old and stale on the out breath, or you can just drop your attention right down into the center of the abdomen. Either way, we just kind of rest our minds in the sensation of breathing. So now that we're centered, now that we're hopefully reconnected with ourselves, now we'll sound the syllable ah. The first time our body dissolves to light. Second time we send and receive the light. The third time we send the light out as far as we can. Are there still folks who want to put names in the book? Did everybody get to who wanted to? Excellent. Would somebody just bring the book? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Excellent. So let's just sing this dedication verse. We understand it as meaning, by the practice that we've done today, may I kind of develop the ability to be of real benefit to myself and others. So if the words don't really make sense to you, feel free to not say them, but you can just kind of have that sense of wanting to spread the benefits out to everybody. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. And now we'll sing the blessing verse, and I'll read the names. I'm sorry, I've totally blanked on your name. Thank you. Would you be willing to light the candle when we sing the verse? Thank you. I guess that's now. Thank you. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. Well, that was easy. So today, we dedicate our practice to all living beings, and especially to Katie Garcia in the Bardo, Kitty the cat in the Bardo, Tara for work, Baby Bird in the Bardo, Buddy Henderson in the Bardo, Francisca Tuttle in the Bardo, Sharon, Kathleen, Kristen Capps in the Bardo, Maria, Diaglen, Bill Fowle in the Bardo and family, Buddy Henderson in the Bardo and family. Oh, I think I'm reading the wrong week. We'll just keep going. Carol's mother in the Bardo and family, Jerry and family, Jennifer and family, Dominica, Julie, Raphael, Margarita Bolding in the Bardo, April Buck in the Bardo, Rush family, George Helland, Eleanor Day, Chris, Angie and new baby in intensive care, Topaz's grandmother in the Bardo, Doug, Anna traveling in Europe, Stetson Cravey, chemotherapy, Hal, Doris, Eric Croft, Alessandro Maone, thank you, Warren, Elaine, Sue, Mom in Tokyo, Haolin, Farah, and Christy for health, and all living beings. So let's just close with one final awe altogether of sharing. Thanks, everybody. So I think Mary Scott has our announcements, right? At least you have the microphone.
Have the microphone. Well, welcome everyone, especially those here for the first time. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all. We do have a brand new series of Teaching Tuesdays, which will begin the first Tuesday in June. That's the 6th. It's on Buddha nature. And these are our Teaching Tuesdays that happen the first and third Tuesday of every month. Ann and Harvey are typically here, and they have a lot more sort of Dharma content than Sunday mornings do, but they're open to everyone. They're free to members. Your first one is free, and then after that, there is a charge. But I encourage you all to come, and even though they're offered in series, each teaching stands alone, and there's great benefit to be gained from attending. Other than that, we have practice Tuesdays as well. Those are the second practice Tuesdays, second and fourth Tuesdays of the month, and that's shared individual practice. So there's no teaching. There's not really a leader. There is a person here who opens the building, holds the space, turns the lights on. That takes place from 7 to 8:15, and all are invited if you've been here before, which you now have. I just want to tell you a little tiny preview of coming attractions. Claire is going to offer a reincarnation workshop. And this is a subject that's near and dear to Claire's heart, and she's actually done a lot of really excellent research and thinking about it. And so that's going to happen in October. Stay tuned. And we will have our typical fall open house, which is typically one of the Sundays around when school starts. And this year we're going to offer an additional blessing of the backpacks. So that could be for anyone who's involved in any academic endeavor at any time of life, you know. So do come for that. We'll tell you much more as the date approaches. And if there's anything we can help you with regard to Dharma practice, meditation, don't forget to like us on Facebook and on YouTube. And we have a podcast that is delightful, small chunks of delicious teachings that you can bite off on your own time. Please do that and check us on the website. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Also, Dawn Mountain is a nonprofit, and we are able to do the stuff we do and keep the lights on and pay Mary Scott and me both because people support us. So if you feel like putting something in the bowl out there, anything is appreciated. If you feel like becoming a member and joining the family officially, you can talk to me or Mary Scott, and we will be delighted to have you. And you get all your Teaching Tuesdays for free if you join us. So thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of your weekend and a holiday tomorrow, and see you later, inshallah.